Hello everyone, Darth Devious here as always. Gonna do a little bit of an editorial on this figure, not gonna do a full review because honestly MGO did probably one of the best reviews of this set. So if you really want to see everything about this figure, he has a two-part review, go watch that. I just figured I'll give my opinion of the set real quick and go over a few other things that are going on around here. Some of you probably have noticed I've been putting out a lot of reviews of older figures. I've been trying to clear up stuff that I recorded over a year ago that I just never got edited and uploaded because of all the influx of new figures I was getting, and stuff just kept getting pushed back. I do have some newer figures. I have Star Saber. I have DX9's Invisible. I have the Fall of Cybertron Dinobots from Planet X. I have Motormaster and some other stuff. Don't know when I'm going to get to them, honestly. Right now, I'll just let you guys all know I've been slowing down on recording because we're getting ready to move. We're going to be, come June, moving from where I live now, which is just outside of Philadelphia. We're going to be moving to just outside of Toledo, Ohio. So it's a big move. It's going to be better for us in the long run, but it's limiting my time between packing and my real job and everything else, which is why I've been doing a lot of these older videos. It's giving me an opportunity to play catch up and clear stuff out. So I figured I'd do that. So anybody who lives out in the Toledo, Ohio area, come, look for me in the summertime. I'll be out there. I'm going to have to start making new friends and getting to know where all the toy shows and stuff happen out there. Alright, on to this figure, the Microblaze Military Titans figure set. It took basically what I felt was a really bad attempt at a Fall of Cybertron Bruticus. I mean, it looked nothing like the video game, to making it look a lot more like the video game, other than the color here. I mean, they went with, they had to give Onslaught his color as opposed to, the game color. And, it works. I do have the set that has the extra pieces in case you have the premium version so that it matches Brawl and Swindle on the darker colors. But, it's not a perfect set. Onslaught himself to transform is a little fiddly. But considering I'm leaving it in Bruticus mode, really there's not much to complain about. I did take care of one of the small issues it had, which was, this hand was always popping off because of how it attaches into Vortex. Basically because Vortex was never meant to have both the hand that came with him and the gun folded inside at the same time. It was creating a gap that this would not hold securely on. Now, it's still not perfect, but it still holds decently. And he doesn't like to stand straight for some reason. There we go. Yeah, you gotta kind of play with him a little bit and move his joints around a little. But he's still better than the set that Hasbro gave us. Just simply changing out Onslaught really made a huge difference to this. So back to Vortex. What I ended up doing was cutting off the hand that came with him. Now the way I cut it off, I can put this back into him. So if I ever decide that I don't want this set anymore and I want to get it back to, factory specs, I can. This will plug right back in. It'll still hold on nice and tight, and it'll still work for the most part. But really, this was a crappy hand in the first place. I do have the flamethrower on there, but he does have another hand under there. The fingers are nicely articulated, things like that. It's not bad. This is, where I think a lot of third-party figures excel, is taking an existing product and upgrading it. I always loved the Fans Project take on Bruticus, where they gave us a new Blastoff and Swindle, and all the add-ons and the feet and stuff. That is still one of my favorite third-party figures. This is a great version of Bruticus from the Fall of Cybertron game, and I gave him Sideswipe's gun because I figure that just looks cooler than, you know, taking all their weapons and combining it together. This looks like an actual gun a robot of this size would need, instead of that tiny robot that you know, Sideswipe is. Like I said, not perfect. He's not perfect, but is he worth the money that you pay for him? Yeah, he is. He has a lot of nice features like the guns that come down. The head has some movement to it. The arms have a lot more posability. The joints are a little loose, especially on this. I mean, there are ratchets and stuff in places, but this one, the ratchets are very loose on this arm. I've tightened them up, and as you can hear, it's clicking now, but when I first got it, it didn't. It really needed some tightening, but it's holding itself up now. You know, I know a lot of people complain about, you know, third-party figures. There's a lot of people out there who are purists to what Hasbro gives us. My take on the whole thing is, it's your collection. Do what you want. If you want a third-party figure and you have the money, go get it. It's not affecting me in any way, shape, or form. You know? It doesn't affect me in my home. You're not coming to my home and taking my stuff. I'm not going to your home and taking your stuff. So why should it affect you? Why should you get so angry that somebody bought a third party? Oh my God, you bought a third party. You're the worst collector ever. No. Not true. And yes, I have the new Megatron that's coming out, the Apollyon figure. I have that on order. When it's released, it'll be given to me. I know that some of the reviews showed that it has a few issues in the shoulders and things like that, and X-Transbots has already addressed those, and the retail version, the version that's actually coming to the people who bought it, not the review samples, have those fixes. They have better ball joints, and they have a new design for the shoulders that if yours has a problem, you can put them on there, put the new pieces on, and it fixes it. And then other people are like, well, you shouldn't have to fix $150 figures. I got news for you guys. And I know, I haven't done a review on him. Right here, Star Saber. He's a $170 figure. I've had to fix this elbow because it's not tight enough. Where's all the haters on that? Because this is a known issue. Emgo had the same problem with his, and I know a couple other people had the same problem with theirs. Alright, so if you're hating on a figure because it has loose joints, I've got Hasbro figures that right out of the box I couldn't get to stand. That I've had to put floor polish or nail polish in every friggin' joint just to get the thing to stand. No company's perfect. Third party or official. Just take it like that. It's your collection. I know I'm going on a bit of a rant, but this is an editorial. So, yeah. I'll try to make it worth your while and put something funny at the end for those of you who stick around and actually want to watch. Stop comparing me to other people, too. That gets annoying. I do my own thing. Sometimes it seems like I do what other people do, but I don't. I do my own thing. So, yeah, this set. The upgrades are worth it. I mean, the upgrades for Brawl alone, who was arguably the worst robot in the set that Hasbro gave us. He couldn't even stand. He was so horribly designed just to incorporate a crappy foot mode. He gets actual real hands. He gets actual real feet. He becomes a much better robot. And you, like I said, if you look at Emgo's video, you'll see that. Swindle gets a more game accurate mode with the chest plate that is made out of the toes right there. And he gets a better, more accurate head. You don't get much for Blastoff and Vortex, but they were two of the better figures of the set. And then the Onslaught himself is a lot more game accurate, but he's not perfect. And I didn't even put him into vehicle mode. He comes in his robot mode in the box. I turned him into torso mode, and that's where he's been ever since. Which is why I'm kind of not doing a real review, because I'm not taken the time to transform it. It is not the easiest transformation in the world. But how the arms lock in, that's very unique, because they are actually locked in, which has not really been done before. Some combiner ports are made to come apart. Really, you can't take these apart without starting to transform Onslaught. They are literally locked in, which is nice because it makes them sturdy. And then, you know, the legs still use the actual combiner ports that were designed for the figure. So yeah, so third-party figures, love them, hate them. They have their purpose. They have their place. This one was a good example of taking what was a disastrous toy made by the official company and upgrading it using the existing parts, with the one exception being Onslaught, and giving the fans a more game accurate and more imposing figure. I mean, he is just massive. He is. He towers over the new Combiner Wars figures. I mean, here's Superion. And you see, he's bigger than Superion. Not by a lot, but he's also bulkier than Superion. So, yeah. Not that Superion's bad. And yes, I am getting, you know, I have an air raid on the way. So I'll be getting rid of that. I actually have all of the Wave 2 Limbots on order. And they just haven't been shipped yet. You know, TF Source hasn't gotten them in stock for me yet. I don't know why. Big Bad's had them in stock for almost 2 weeks now. Maybe I should have went with them. Anyway, I'm rambling. I tend to do that. So yeah, so that's what's been going on. I may do a few new figure reviews. I have a couple non-Transformers things I would like to do. I have Play Arts Kai Robocop, the 87 version. I have Play Arts Kai's Man of Steel figure of Superman. I have from Arkham, the game Arkham City, I have DC Direct's very imposing and rather large and heavy Solomon Grundy figure. A figure I've wanted since it came out, but I could never afford it until recently. And I'm so glad I got him, but you could literally beat somebody to death with this figure. It is heavy. Very solid, and it's in scale with the other figures for the game, and it can hold the 6.5-inch Batman in his hand. That's just how imposing this figure is. So, I have that. I do have, you know, a few other figures lying around that I want to review. I do have some more stuff coming. I just got Deathstroke from Season 2 of Arrow. I have The Flash coming from the Flash TV series. I have Deadshot coming from Arrow. I have from NECA the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 cloth Freddy Krueger coming, which has the better articulation than the Part 1 version. So, I may do some of these figures because they're quick. Transformers, if I do a review of Star Saber, it's going to be fairly short. I may just, you know, do a quick, you know, 1 or 2 minute showing off each mode and leaving it at that, because I'm going to be honest with you, I have no attachment to Star Saber himself. The figure is amazing. I love it, but it's just not, it didn't grab me like Ultra Magnus did. Ultra Magnus was just fantastic from the get-go. So yeah, try and stick around with me. Try and stick it out with me until I get settled out in Ohio, because I'm going to hopefully make a slightly larger review space there once I move into the house. I'm going to try and give myself a little bit more room than this, because this is limited. I mean, if I go this way, you see there's my wall, there's another wall, and then above I have all my, you know, stuff that I keep putting on the walls there. So, I have absolutely no more room for figures in this room. I mean, my dresser is completely covered with figures. My wall unit at the other end of the room is completely covered with figures, and it's all like NECA and Play Arts Kai and stuff like that. Just stuff that I don't have. I only have a couple Transformers up there from Transformers Prime. Then I've got shelves above that are full. One's full of DC figures, the other one's full of NECA figures, and a few others. I have a display case where my Masterpiece figures are. That's full. I have no more room for Masterpiece figures. No idea where I'm going to put Star Saber. So yeah. Alright. So yeah. When it comes to something like this, if you are a fan of the Fall of Cybertron game, and you are a fan of Bruticus in that game, you really want this set to make it more accurate, just a better Bruticus, if you can afford it. This set isn't for everyone, but it is a nicely done set once you get it into this mode. It still has problems. Pieces pop off of Swindle, these side pieces. If you watch Emgo's video, he actually had more of a problem with these popping off on the darker version than I have on this, but it's still, they still pop off. And sometimes getting him to stand can be an issue. To stand up straight, anyway. But he still does make a nice imposing figure. So yeah. Alright, so there's my editorial, and just giving you guys a heads up. This is more of a vloggy type thing than an actual review. Which means nobody will watch it. Alright. I guess that's it for now. Be good, because who knows how many times I'm going to tell you to be good between now and summer. You never know.
Optimus Prime, we meet again.
Starscream, you diminutive fool. I've warned you.
Flattery will get you nowhere, fool.
You are such a puny little thing. What happened to you? You used to be grand.
Oh, but I am a match for you. You will see, because I have this. And with this I shall unleash its power.
By the Matrix! The Matrix!
And now, I truly am a match for you.
Oh, so you've unleashed the power, huh? It's a good thing I brought backup. Star Saber, to my side! I have answered the call of the Prime in his hour of need.
That's cheating. You brought backup? I brought my own backup. Oh, Bruticus!
Bruticus smash! Oh, a combiner, huh? These Decepticons don't learn, do they? Superion! Join us! Even with that Decepticon arm you're still sporting. Superion is here for you, Optimus Prime. I really hate your voice, you know that.
More backup? This is ridiculous. I don't have any more backup. Bruticus, what should we do?
Bruticus say Starscream on his own this time. Megatron, have you come to do your lackey's dirty work too? Starscream, you fool! How many times have I told you Optimus Prime is mine alone?
Megatron? I just thought I could destroy Optimus for you.
I apologize for this, Optimus. I will, take care of this on my own. Well, I'll kill you another day. You know, boys, I think we're not needed here. I think this problem is about to sort itself out. Let's roll. I'm hungry. And now for you, you traitorous worm!
No, don't blast me. Oh, come on! Well, that didn't go the way I planned. Everyone spoils my fun. Back to the drawing board, I guess.